тюльпан над берегом реки. Афган, 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 Афганистан, кружит черный тюльпан над берегом реки.
What's up, sweaties? How you guys doing? Hope you guys having a fantastic day today. Welcome. Today is DGD, which is different game day, which is why I play different games throughout the stream. And today, sweaties, we're gonna dominate it, because we're gonna get into some Unreal Engine 5 development. And not only that, we're gonna get into some Star Wars Battlefront 2 and some Star Wars Empire at War. But first, we got to dominate this because we're going to be returning back into some Unreal Engine 5 development so I can further learn the Unreal Engine 5 landscaping. And for today, well, yesterday, I've collected some things, which is some reference for what we're going to get to today, which is something that I've struggled with in Blender for years. So, will today be the day I finally conquer them? Or begin to conquer them? I guess we'll find out. Especially in the way that I kind of want to use them. But I might not now, since learning packed instances, I guess? Yeah, so that's gonna be interesting. I wonder how that's gonna work. But we're gonna be we have been dominating, understanding different parts of the Unreal Engine and other stuff of just around the actual landscaping stuff itself. So let's get in. Let's figure some stuff out. Oh, and then also, do I got it? The other one open? Yes, I do. Okay, so I just got recommended this video out of nowhere. Oh wait, where's the other one? Hold up. It was right next to this video. Dude, I'm surprised I didn't see this. This is so funny. I don't know if you guys saw this. Oh, this is so funny. I saw the thumbnail, which made me funny enough to see the video right next to it. Which is, hold up. Which was related to the sale. But yo, shouts out to the sweaties. Hope you guys having a fantastic day. Welcome. It's great to see you, Little John. It's great to see my sweaty lurkers and VOD watchers. Let me get this. Yeah, right here. It's Ryan Laley, of course. And I saw the video, and it's the summer sale, and I just clicked. I'm like, what is he doing? Because he normally doesn't like do the intros like this. So I clicked. I'm like, what's this?
Oh, hi everyone. Welcome to another summer bundle deal from Alert Studio. That's right, we're once again teamed up with Alert Studio to give you this amazing bundle deal of Unreal Engine assets to use in your personal and your professional.
Hey, shouts out, buddy. Yeah, Ryan Laley just doing summertime with like the music and everything. That was funny. But then it made me see this, which is just got released not too long ago, a mesh optimizer. Well, an add-on called, well, not really an add-on, it's a scripting tool called Mesh Optimizer Champ. It's a free mesh tool, which I've seen some like this and I got one downloaded, but this looks like a better one, and it takes advantage of new Unreal Engine 5.5, so the version that we're in, tools for scripting, which gives us a new like thing here, which I haven't merged because we're gonna have to like merge that stuff, which I wonder how that's gonna be, but it's pretty lightweight apparently, so I guess we'll see. First, we gotta get this up too. Hope you're having a great day. It's funny day. Yo, more stuff getting done. And now we're going to get more stuff done. Boom. We have... Whoa, just wait a second. Yeah, the more, because I've added more to this, so it takes longer to open. That's only a little poopy thing with this. But it makes sense, though, because all these images are, like, big images. Especially the one with the aerial photos. They're still, like, near 4K images. Because of the large photos of that stuff, so you can really see the detail. Yeah, this over here, some roads. We'll add them all. There we go. Get the roads. So yeah, I want to try to do the roads. I want to try to figure out this. Which I took some reference photos from some VOD stuff, and I got that VOD open to see this in real time if need be. Because of, like, how they did this stuff. So, like, okay. Because I remember the buildings having some stone like this. But this is Germanic buildings. But I still want okay, so I see that they're using corner pieces, so try to, like, figure that out and all that stuff. But I want to do a little research first on this, and then we can figure out if we can... Well, actually, first, raise it up some. If we can, do this with, the PCG graph, I guess? The thing is, it's going to be the turns. It's going to be intersections in areas, right? So it's like the open areas. I won't have to, like, make those the modular pieces. So then we'll have to go and, like, set place. Which is annoying, but the thing is, we just learned the level streaming. The Unreal Engine 5. 5.5. Level streaming. And with the level streaming, we could take, so that's like 1 piece, 2 piece, maybe 3 pieces there, depending on how wide a road piece is going to be, because this is an open section, so this would be an open section piece of 1, 2. This is another open section piece because you got something like this, but I don't know if they even do that. I think what they do here, because we also have the landscape spline, which I want to use, but I think probably for urban roads, especially for this stuff, well, no, we can't use we can't use landscape splines for that, unless it's just a straight road, because we got to do the curves. And because when we do the landscape spline, we can add the actual sidewalks, but then that won't line up, so we can't really use a landscape spline for this. But it can still be used similarly. But thing is, with, like, the urban, we're doing, like, the whole... Let's break up the project, shall we? Hopefully we don't crash. Ready? Go. But yeah, level streaming, because they're, instance meshes. So if they're instance meshes, so we first, like, block it out like we did the barn. Well, I don't know if we do a pack level actor. I mean, we could. We don't need to change it, so it might be... Because for the level actor... Oh, I thought it was, like, no sound. I'm like, uh-oh. Let it load. Also, just in case. Nice. So if we go Control B here, it still creates that level thing. So we don't need to edit the roads. We could probably do a spline thing with that. Maybe within it, but not with the spline mesh. But yeah, if we go over here, boom. We need straight pieces, we need open pieces, so like a T-junction, then a cross, then L's. But then I thought about the problem of curvatures. So, doing like a curve like this with the road, which I had made some designs, the map designs that do have that. So, I guess I'm gonna have to make like end pieces that curve as well. So I'm basically have to make a whole track set, which that's how you make roads. but this time it's got to be good. Because we're gonna have to be on it and use it and all that stuff, so that's gotta be good enough. And this is just a little reference thing. Funny enough, this area might still get, like, expanded, because it was a little bit more open, but I was like, crap, we really got a lot of empty space, so I guess close in the forest, but we might open it back up depending on how the sizing and scales and stuff all work. Now, speaking of sizing and scale and stuff, wait, maybe I should... Well, yeah, let me do that real quick. Because that is going to help us here a little bit. So we get... I think it's a... Yeah, DT vehicle. I'm gonna make... So I'm gonna duplicate... Do I want to duplicate? No, I don't. I want to duplicate? No. I guess I'll try this. So, like... Add a new one. US... Vehicle... Jeep. Vehicle name... Willie's Jeep. Air. Which one was it? I can't remember. I think it was maybe the V3. But I think maybe it was V2 because I was like, crap. V3 doesn't work. No, I thought so. Oh, but then I'm already... Bro. I'm dead. Okay. Is there, like, any other type of vehicle system? We might have to revisit that. No joke. I probably should have done extra research, but I did. But I didn't find anything. Oh, no. That's so annoying. Because you know why? I gotta start, like, creating different BPs of this, and it's like, I haven't done, like, creating the main one. No. And that's a big problem, because I gotta create the chaos wheels. So if I don't want to change it for the tank. I can't even really do that, yeah. I can, but it's like, then I delete the vehicle later. I guess. Like the BP and then redo that. Which is not a big deal, I guess. Yeah. But I mean, we could just have it like a skeleton. I'm gonna just, I'm not trying to drive it around right now. I'm trying to just get a skeleton of this. That's one thing. Why is this thing looking like this, though? Oh, is that because it always looks... Wait, do I get any construction script? No, that's why. Because it won't look like the vehicle until you get that, because that's the skeleton mesh that we set. Then I'm just going to get the skeleton mesh for now. That's so, like, annoying. That's my #1 annoyance with Unreal Engine, is that the chaos wheels. Yeah, I guess here. Place. Kinda hard to tell because everything's, like, not colored, but I mean, that looks fine. Is that good width? Well, I haven't really kind of walked over here too much. What does that scale feel like? Is it too wide? Roads are super important. Because they determine, like, if you're making a city, your buildings are going to be smaller. Everything, the scale is wrong. This, we did match it up pretty, if I remember correctly, pretty close to the number, but I felt it was, like, too small of a road. Because this would be like a double road lane, but would that really be the case here? This is a double road lane, so that's kind of what we're seeing here. Mine is a little bit smaller, though. Well, no, because they do widen it, so that's the interesting thing. So now looking at this, we could approach it this way. Funny enough, this could be the spline. But, like, it doesn't blend, so I guess a PCG. But then it's like, just line it up. But a PCG could be pretty nice. Yeah, this is all just like, it's not one single, is it? It could be one single plane, funny enough. But I don't think it is. I think I remember seeing like little stuff, but what they do is just kind of use that and then use the edges of like this stuff. So that's their sidewalks. This right here. Well, this right here. Then this stuff is a part of the buildings. Yeah, this is their sidewalks. This is how they would do it. Yes. So then... Français. Il français. Maginot. Maginot. Maginot line. Maginot line. Maginot. 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 Where is this? Tell me where this photo is taken? No. The French roads could be different. But I got some. I got a pretty nice. Is that German? Kind of looks like German, but though. That's the exact type of stuff here, though. I don't know, but I'm bringing this over for reference. Oh. Where's the realism? Dudes. Yeah, this, right? I want this. Can we tell if this is France? Yeah. Okay. Can we see sidewalk? And just kind of basic stuff. But that's the no, it's funny because this is the idea that I had, but they all kind of use that. Because there's only like very few asphalt roads. Everything is basically this. Like everywhere. Like a stone, cobblestone road. I just can't. I mean, it's basically just like the H&G one. I just can't. And it does lower, so they do have like those lowers. And I think H&G had those lowers too, didn't they? Yeah, they had the lowers right here. So I get to create lowers. Bruh. But then that really depends on like the section. Okay, but no. Hey. We just had okay, we can put that extra. Right. So I'm thinking this is all one piece. No, separate pieces. We have to. Oh, maybe we do put in a packed level actor because we could take the road and extend it and then add yeah, that we do that. I didn't test that test. That test won't stop. Won't stop, won't get enough. But here. Instant. Make sure this is noticeable test. Alright, so for Control B, go here, drop. Does that got test? No. Awesome. Okay, so that's where the roads are going to be. The pack level. And then you get the one piece, and then you add all the pieces, and then it's all one thing, and then boom, boom, boom. Yes. Awesome. I just wish we can have it as spline. So we're going to check that. So we saw dirt road type spline on PCG, but how about urban road? That's different. So urban, Unreal Engine 5, PCG, road, How to make roads with landscape splines. I see the road. I see them intersecting, bruh. I'm seeing just like a landscape spline thing. Pretty sure this is the... What? Oh no. Road generation, procedural subs. Road generator. Right. Does any of these guys like... Yeah, none of these videos show you like them. That's kind of funny. Because those roads, they're kind of like, they're highway roads. It's basically their titles are wrong. Highway road generator, where there's nothing connecting to that's what you make. I want something where it's got to be open, and then we got to like be able to click it, open it, and do all that in that section. And if we can't do that, then we're doing it like this. That's what I'm trying to find real quick. But not getting crossroad generator. Hold up. Ooh. We might have something here.
Tutorial series, where we further explore the capabilities of the Crossroad Generator tool for Unreal Engine 5. In the previous chapter, our focus centered on landscape deformations. We walked you through the proper utilization of the landscape module, detailing how to create
Oh, so this would be like a series.
terrain deformations.
That's pretty cool.
We showcased the effective projection of roads onto existing landscapes, highlighting the seamless integration of road structures with the natural terrain. Along the way, we addressed potential challenges associated with landscape deformations and provided valuable insights on navigating and overcoming these obstacles. In this chapter, we will discuss the Procedural Content Generation Framework, commonly known as PCG. We'll demonstrate how seamlessly you can integrate this framework with our Crossroad Generator to efficiently populate your levels with foliage or any custom assets. This collaboration streamlines the level building process, allowing for faster development with minimal effort. Leveraging the procedural capabilities of PCG, you can achieve unique and diverse aesthetics. Furthermore, we'll showcase how you can easily integrate high-quality assets from the Quixel Megascan library, enabling you to elevate your project to cinematic quality in a matter of minutes. To begin working with the Procedural Content Generation Framework, you need to enable the plugin in the project's plugin setting.
Wait, is it a thing? Hold on, let me speed this up. Crap, it is. That does seem nice.
Go to the main menu, click on Edit, select the plugin option, and in the search bar, type Procedural. Ensure that the PCG plugin is enabled. Now, create a new folder and name it PCG.
Because it's all instance, so like, being a pack level actor doesn't matter because it's already being instance. We want a pack level actor to make it instance.
In this folder, right-click and select the PCG rollout menu, then click on PCG Graph.
Okay, we're going to speed him up
Let's
again.
name it PCG Foliage, for instance. Double-click on the newly created graph to open the PCG Graph interface, where you can create nodes. Keep the graph window interface open and drag the window menu to the main toolbar. This way, you can easily switch between these windows to observe real-time changes in the editor.
Okay, so we don't have to go through the whole thing. Okay, cool.
Navigate to the Blueprint folder within the Mesh folder of the Crossroad Generator content folder. Drag and drop the Crossroad Generator blueprint into your editor to create basic crossroad. Choose the crossroad you want
No, I think he does. I think he does.
to work with. In the spawning road settings, click on Spawn All Roads to add some roads to the crossroad.
But wait. There's more. Wait, hold up.
Let's name it PCG Foliage, for instance. Double-click on the newly created graph to open the PCG Graph interface, where you can create nodes. Keep the graph window interface open and drag the window menu to the main toolbar. This way, you can easily switch between these windows to observe real-time changes in the editor while adding PCG nodes to the graph. Navigate to the Blueprint folder within the Mesh folder of the Crossroad Generator content folder.
So, I gotta go all the fundamental spawning, road building, bridges, power lines. Okay. No! It's nice. And that's annoying because it's just a setup. Lego brick building again when I want to paint. But that's okay, because we gotta figure this out. Baking and nanite. So what does that mean then? Showcase of the generation. Okay. So how do we get these contacts? Is this like a bot thing? It might be. Introducing the crossroad does the tool search up. Boom, boom, boom. Few clicks. Okay. Project setup. Blueprint.
Total, you have
Oh, so that straight up is in the. Wait, they give us that? No. Do they?
textures display act. For everything runs smoothly, it's essential to set up our project correctly. First,
Wait, hold up.
Blueprint-based actor in Unreal Engine offers a range of features to enhance and accelerate your road building process. With just a few clicks, you can effortlessly create a complex road system that would typically require hours of manual placement of individual assets in your scene.
Okay.
Let's begin by creating a new level for a fresh start.
But wait. Fundamentals?
Menu, you
Okay. What's the plugin? So virtual textures, plugins. Let's look at it. Does it bring it in? Because I'm not seeing a thing. So is this like if we get that road straight up, we're using it. But like, it barely. I'm confused. I don't think so. Then where's he getting this project? I see. Okay, so it is a thing. Okay, I thought so. It is bought. So you're gonna have to buy a thing for this. Yeah, this is a buy thing. But he doesn't even put the actual thing to buy. So then, okay, so then you use those, and you move it around and you have all those settings. Okay, so that is a bot plugin. Thought so. He's using it with assets. That doesn't make sense. So we can use it for the road, but then we gotta have our own thing for the intersect. Okay, so now we're back to that. Okay. So then I guess go out of this. I added roads. For entire cities. Creating procedural roads, samples. How much is that one add-on though? I wonder.
create nodes. Keep the graph window interface open and drag the window menu to the main toolbar. This way,
$50. Eh. It is really a nice add-on, I guess. Guess I'll wishlist it. Yeah, so I'll check that. If it gets on dirt sale, I'm yoinking it, I guess. So close that. I'm looking on more tab. I'm not finding nothing. And then I'm going to Google this again, and the first result is going to be the video I'm looking for. Easy Road Engine Tutorial. Okay.
Hello guys, and welcome to this new tutorial where I'm going to teach you all about roads. Because almost every major game, especially if it's open world, and especially if it's in a modern day setting, uses some type of roads on their open map. So today I'm going to teach you how to do just that, to populate your open map with very nice looking roads. As you can see, I took the terrain from the last tutorial and simply applied an auto material to it. It's the one I also linked in the description in the last video, so feel free to download it and support the creators, of course. It's free, by the way. But nonetheless, without further ado, let's get straight into roads. And before we can start creating your roads, you first have to import two things. Because I put two download links in the description. One download link is for the asphalt texture, and the other download link is for the road texture and also the road mesh. So both of these are very important. If we just go to import, you see these 5 you will get with the texture, with the link, and these 3 you will get with my download link that I'm going to put. So we'll only have the our materials ready. You can like draw all of these values, select all connected control points. Then we see all the points selected, and we're gonna put the mesh.
Well, we
vertical offset
can
to
use
10, so
this.
it's gonna be 10 above the ground.
Oh,
you
just
it's
oh.
very different. It's a lot better. It's a lot better. You can actually see the road. But we still have the issue
Oh,
with the plant. By the way,
just
you won't have this
click.
if you don't use an alt material. This is just if you use like alt material with foliage, but you can just.
But wait, how this? I mean, okay, this would be a little weird to use, but I guess so.
Layer, and your roads will be clear. We still got a little issue here, but yeah, it's not that important. The next thing I want to show you is how you can create crossroads, because this is something I struggled with for a lot of time, but I found out a way to do this, and it's actually a lot easier than
Yeah, just click the thing and change the mesh,
you think. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna
right?
put this line right here. Oh, by the way, if you add new control points, you have to redo the mesh vertical offset. But I'm just gonna leave that 0 for now. Actually,
Oh, that's annoying.
I'm gonna remove the plants here real quick.
I did not know that.
We have our one control point, and then we're gonna add another one where we want like the other parts of the crossroads, just like that. And also we do that. So we want a road to go out here between those two control points. And what we will do is basically have this one selected, hold control, and click about here. Oh, by the way, you should probably disable use auto rotate control points because it will mess up your splines and stuff. But so we've got the first one, and we're gonna go from this one to this one, just like that. And as we can see, we already have kind of the shape of a junction, so we already have that down pretty well. But the textures still look weird because you've got all these lines intersecting, and as you can see, it's also not the same level. So what we're gonna do about this problem is we're gonna try to get all the control points at the same z coordinate, so they're all at the same height. So I'm just gonna type in, let's say 50. That's a little high. Maybe say 10. Yeah, I think 10 is good. And also here you do 10, and here you do 10 as well. You still got some problems here, which is because we still have to account for the rotation. Put this to 0, and put this to 0 as well. And of course, this should be 0 too. So now you can see these are all the perfect heights. All right.
Okay.
So now next thing we do is we select all these control points, and we do the mesh vertical offset, so we don't have the terrain, stuff like that. Put it to 10, and then we're gonna select these, and we're gonna deform the landscape. All right, set. No, yeah, we can worry about that later. But for now, we have our crossroads right here. And what you want to do now is you want to have these intersecting lines. You don't want them, so you will select all these segments, and you want to go to material overrides right here. It's right under the mesh, and this will basically assign a new material to just these segments. And if you search for,
interesting.
No, yeah, right. If you search for new roads, oops, you will see our materials here. So neuro junk 1, and the normal neuro. Ignore this. I did this for testing. We're just gonna select neuro junk. You can see, boom, blends perfectly. So yeah, as you can see, these roads blend very nicely. Actually, let me just, yeah. Yeah. Alright, so this already looks very good, but there's one thing we can do to make it look even better. Alright, so this already looks very nice, but there's one
Interesting,
thing we can make it
okay.
even better. And that is using our just line texture. So you're gonna go to material overrides, and you're gonna look again for junk, and you're gonna choose neuro junk 1. So that's the material with the line. And right now, this is the wrong side. The line is appearing, but we can just use the x coordinate, and we put minus. So this way we will invert it, and the line is going to be on the other side, and holy shit, this just looks so good. Blends so nicely. So we're going to do this for all the splines, all the segments we got here, and yeah, we also have to flip this one, so just hit minus 0.6, and if we go our landscape mode, you can see that we have a very nice junction right here.
Okay.
Yeah, so this...
But then, okay, so that's one way. I wasn't expecting that. Hold up. But then can't we just... Hold up. To be like, okay, this is the straight... Well, actually, hold up. I gotta compile the shaders. So then the compiler can not scream anymore. Alright. So we have this, so then I kind of want to do something like this. I still want the same layout. So I want ba, 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 ba. Alright, so we got straight ba. Alright, now we go manage, splines, click. Can't I just change the mesh? I just thought of that. Yeah. Is it for the full one? Wait, this might be for the full one. Let's really... Yeah, it's for the full one. Okay, so that's why he had to do that. Okay, never mind. But wait, landscape meshes, could I, like, say, hey, only use one over here? Were they all selected? So that might be why you want to use the... so if I go to segments, it selects basically all segments. Which then gives me the spline meshes. But if I just select one of these... Oh, if I actually select the mesh, it then gives me this. Okay, then if I remove it... No, okay, we can. That's another way of doing that. But he wanted to have the, like the smooth... womp type of thing. Which is, you probably have to do it in that way for that womp womp. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so then that changes stuff. But then, what about sidewalks? Also, I don't think this is instance. Is it? I forgot. Is the landscape splines instance in Unreal Engine 5 or not? Like, probably not. No. But then we have an LOD distance of that bad boy, but the thing is, we're probably going to see it all the time. Interesanto. So we still probably will, at the end of the day, take all these things, bake them into one thing, separate them, and make them into packed level actors. Or we create a packed level actor, and we just do... Well, this deforms the terrain. Do we want the terrain to be deformed for urban roads? I mean, that's such an interesting thing, because, like, yeah, we can't... No! We gotta have planes! If this was Tell It Loose, boy oh boy. Way easier. It actually is harder to optimize for this. That sucks. Because you get to see the road the whole time. So, like, it's definitely not optimized. 100% not optimized. Why is it not instance, bruh? Okay, so... we might go for the packed level actor thing. Of just add a new one, line it, add a new one, line it, add a new one, copy paste like 30 times. Boom, boom. Got your straight line. Take one of them, boom. Open it up, boom, 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 boom. All instanced. But you don't, but this is for urban roads. Not for something like this. But then an urban road could do something like that. It's just some weird, and it's like, okay, what do we do about that? That's a great question. What do we do about that? Chief? That's a problem. That is true. Because if we do look at this... It bends. Goes down. It would do stuff like that. That needs... The mesh will not curve to the terrain if it's a packed level actor. Interesting. So... I mean, I wonder how laggy the roads are. Can I tell? Like, can I, like, show... Like, bop, bop? Almost deleted. That's right. Okay, so, hold up. So we want to see base, but then if we take this away, we get less draws. 720. 429. Okay, I see the base. It is a little lower, not by much. Like, it was more averaging 120 draws, but now it's averaging like 115. That barely did anything. So maybe that's okay. I don't know. It's gonna be, because yeah, that urban road stuff, I kind of like this, because yeah, the spline, we could just have the whole spline. But then the sidewalks are going to be the interesting part. So I could put them into the spline system and have them be aligned with it. But then I gotta, like model certain things if I do that. Because if we're gonna go into a T section, I gotta make sure that like end piece actually curves. Because it's gonna be like a straight piece, and then we have a straight piece. So there's no curved piece here, so it's just gonna be open. So how do I make that a curved piece? I guess take whatever... We can kind of see it here. So if I have this here, imagine, so those are the sidewalks. I make a new mesh that is like open on both sides and has sidewalks there too. So then they will align. And if I make them seamlessly in Blender, they will align. Will they? Interesting on how that would how that would work. Do we have any roads? Oh, we do have that thing. Wait, that's a great example. Yeah, I guess we could do some testing on that, couldn't we? But then I want the super optimized. Instant meshes are more optimized. But we just saw that it really wasn't that big of a deal. But the urban roads will be more of a big of a deal. Guaranteed. Because more sidewalks and stuff, right? And it's not Battle of Berlin, but I'm trying to create the foundation of certain pipelines here, right? And figure them out. So we don't get stuck later on like H&G did, and like every developer where they're like, yeah, we'll figure it out later. And they never do. Just like they don't fix certain bugs, like that always happens, and then they're like stuck in a situation that they didn't need to even be in. If they just take the time like, right, I'm doing right now, and figuring this stuff out. It's not that crazy to forethink certain things, or hard to do. Because, yeah, I'm thinking instance static meshes would be better, but I don't have curved. So, the PCG graph, if I went with that, I wonder how I could change one of the intersection parts of a PCG graph, road. Because if... I don't think you can click on one of those sections and delete them. It's like it just populates that spline with whatever that you're telling it to. Like it's basically like geometry nodes. Cause like I don't get, cause this would be easy. This would be easy to use. I can make bends. But I don't, I guess, hold up, so let's do new, well, no, spline. Control left click, control left click. A little bit more, so 574, copy. Paste all segments, or no, all control points. Boom. Boom. Then select segments, go to the spline meshes, add one. What is this thing called? Double road rep. Okay. So click on landscape again. Go into here, click segments, which selects all of them. Double road rep. Why is it going through 101 shaders? Weird. So why is it freaking out? There we go. Where's the sidewalks? Oh, there they are. Well, that's the sidewalks there. So like that. So if one control point, so then we have one in the middle, or no, so this is one road. So for the segments, we would have to move them, so this would be like here. This would be the, like, the intersection area, then this is the other part. Right? No. Okay, so this is not the middle, these are the middle. But it, I mean, it's kind of good enough. Move this a little bit, so then we got this section part, because then we can just click on that, and then change the mesh of that one. which then I'm going to go to this mesh. I'm going to bring it out. It's funny because I don't have the original stuff, so I can't really edit. Actually, can I? Hold up. Go to modeling. So what am I trying to do here? I'm trying to delete those two things, basically. And then add new ones. So how do I do that? So I want to, so is it transform? Transform, convert, no. Deform, displace, no. Misic, no. Create, no. Deform, model. Plane cut. Polygroup edit? I think it's polygroup edit. Yes, and then we can move it, which is something I guess I want to do. Well, I don't have the... Well, actually, no. Cancel. Copy. Paste. Almost did that to the main thing. Boom. Move this, but then... double road ref. Jun. Then, since I got this selected, I could go here, replace actor with double road ref. Just, oh, that one. So that's that. So then if I go to this one, nice. All right, so I want to line this up. I'm basically doing what I'm doing in Blender in here because I want to see if the splines is going to be good enough. And I don't want to do all the work in Blender if it's not going to be good for certain things, like keeping it all in one road. Like, it's all one piece. Instead of having separate, like, just have the plane, we'll do the plane, and then add the roads, the top part later. So we have this. Let's move them all up so we can see. Alright, now... see what? I can't see nothing. It's just a flashbang. This is... So, Control B. Right? This one? Yep, that one. Perfect. Just double checking. Now, is this the one too? I'm pretty sure it is because I duplicated that one. Yep, accidental. No, not like that. Delete this one. Control B. Are these all this one? Oh, well, okay, so just boom. Why? Whatever. Click this. Replace with this. Or no, replace with this. Control Shift S. Let it load. The asset failed. Okay, cancel. Apparently I'm in the modeling mode right now. I see that I'm bugging the system out. Awesome. I might have to reset the engine. But at least that's right now. Besides that one. Wait. I just did it in verse. What is going on? Okay, hold up. Go to this one. Wait, what? What is... Oh, go here. Replace... with this one. If I Control B, it's this one. Replace this one. This one. It's like I'm doing a magic trick. With this one. Alright, so if I Control B, that's that one. If I Control B, alright. Control B, alright, perfect. So now I go to this one. But wait, which one's it? Which one's this one? Control B? Okay, that's the right one. Just making sure. I want to go into modeling, then go into model, boom. The reason why I need them together is to do the same thing I'm going to do in Blender, which is I need to have, so let's just say this is open, just as a reference to see if this would like scale well. Can I duplicate this? Face edits, insert, edge, UVs, gizmo. Can I copy and paste? Copy, paste. Nope. and an alt left click of doing that doesn't work. There's gotta be a way to do that. I'm just gonna then do the experiment just on one side. So be like, okay, we line it up. Well, we're already seeing a problem. This is the road. So then these got to be pushed over like this. So then we're gonna have, okay, so we already saw a problem, right? We got this intersection. So the middle piece has to have the edge pieces. That's what that means. If you want to have that. But then I gotta have, gotta get your head in the game. So if I have, so this would be then this. So like in this mesh, this would be this. Boom. Whether it's a smooth or whether it's a hard edge. Yes. Or is it just corner pieces? Wait, maybe it'd just be this, because now I'm thinking this, because I was just about to be like, oh, I could take this edge and move it like this, but no, 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 that's not what this would do. We're gonna have another road on this side. But wait, now let's put the question in and figure out another answer here. Are you ready? So if I take this, oh, we're going this one. Can I alt left click this out? Uh-oh. Doesn't look like it. Houston, we got a problem. We got a problem, Houston. Not looking good. Okay, so then now we got a problem with the splines. Where the spline can't just do that. But I could delete it in the middle. So then, how can I have that intersecting? I don't know. Also, did I... Oh, no, I didn't press create. Dude, I wish that, but... Oh. I've done that a few times with this thing. Because... I'm like, oh yeah, just move it. We're done. We don't gotta press accept. But it makes sense. Over here, accept. Because then what road is going to be here? And if these are going to be end pieces, then these are going to have to be a specific piece. And if these are going to be pieces, then how am I going to rotate this piece around? Like, if I'm not going to have... Oh, that's actually interesting. That might be a problem. Because, well, if we just place, if we place all the sidewalks manually, we can put them in the pack level actors. If I have to do them separately, that's fine, because I'm having the problem of Control Shift S. Auto save, and it does not save. Auto saves everything that's currently saved, not unsaved. And then this is just forever bugged, so that's cool. Yeah, because, like, if this is in the spline... Unless we could rotate it, but then... Yeah, it's really tricky with these. How would you... In a spline, not just, like, manually placing them, in a spline is different. That's why I'm doing this, because it's... I have to approach this a little bit different if we're going to be working on the splines. On how their intersection... type stuff like this works, right? So... Because this could be a straight, so this is a different middle piece if it's a straight. So then I gotta have another piece too, because unless I can invert it, then I gotta do the same thing where there's a missing square here. So we want to invert this piece over here so it flips. So that there's gonna be two missing squares here, so it'd be like cut off. So invert, and then the whatever's in the middle is gonna have that here, whether it's a full line or whether it's a little bit. But can we do that, though? But then we have the problem of the actual splines don't meet up too well. But then that means we're going to have extra splines. which is, I guess, not bad, but I don't know if that's, like, bad to have. Oh, like, it's okay to use, but is it bad for optimization? So, this is the side parts, which makes sense. Can I scale this? Yeah. So, scale even more. Where the sidewalks are here, that's another spline. This is one spline. This is another spline, if there is one, right? But then why do we need a spline? Well, a spline can help us with, like, going up and down hills. Like, pretty easily. The type of urban combat that I want in Hella Loose. That's, like, in Mortan, in the top left-hand corner, and in Omaha or Utah Beach. And that's the only spots. I think it's Omaha? I forget which one it is. But it's in the middle where they have, like, the ramps up, or, like, the street that goes up. And then you got your urban area that also has those little stairs that goes up. I love that stuff. And how, you know, especially with Mortan, that road, you know, goes down into a straight. So how they building that road down? Are they straight up just getting that? Like, especially if you're not going to be doing scale or splines. How are you taking the curvature of that plane and then matching that? What are you doing to get that? Besides trying to eyeball it. Is it first make the mesh that is the road and then build the terrain around it? Like sculpt the terrain around that? Or do you do the other one, right? Because that's the problem that we're going to have here. Splines are pretty sick. We're probably going to move the PCG. But, you know, we learn. We got to learn the spline stuff first, especially with these type of splines. I saw the draw calls. Draw calls wasn't that bad. It was legit, like, not even that effective. But, like, these could be a little bit more. And it kind of works, and then we can kind of bend them, too. We can easily bend. So if we go to a landscape, like, okay, because this is going to be most of the time, it's going to be dead straight. But then we can do something like this. We could start, like, curving. And the sidewalks would then bend, too. That's why I kind of want the sidewalks to be there. Because they would all bend as well. But we don't really need them to bend here specifically. But, like, a road like that is pretty tough to make if it's in pieces. Because if this is one straight piece, I have to, like, intersect the pieces, which is what H&G does. Especially with the sidewalks. I remember seeing that stuff. So that's something where that's the trouble you're going to run into. You're going to have some intersecting, so it's not super smooth on those corners. But then we do something like this, and that's where it changes a lot. Where it's like, well, that's very helpful. Hey, let's maybe change the map a little bit. Alright, well, that's helpful. Versus, alright, we got to go in, resculpt the whole thing, and do, like, everything. Or somehow take the texture and then project it onto another plane that is curved. Because then you would have to texture it, right, too? But it really depends on how your workflow is. Which you shouldn't really need to do that if you already have done it with the first plane. Because you just duplicate that plane and then just bend it. Versus trying to retexture it again by making a new plane. You wouldn't do that. Well, we can, but that's a non-optimized way of working. I guess this is kind of okay. And if we were to... So then, again... Alright, so then let's... Hold up, then let's think about this, right? So, like, control, left click. I have to do that again, because... Well, I can't really figure out how to... At least not yet. Oh. how to copy and paste efficiently here. Double road ref. And then boom. I guess it's a good test because, like, okay, let's get a little bit of a curvature stuff, type stuff going on. Boom, boom. The textures are going to be the real test. But I guess that works. Now we just have the problem again. Actually, hold up. Let's see. Can we do that? So go to landscape, splines, press G so we can see those again. So I want to be like, can we rotate this? So click on the actual mesh. Can we rotate? We can scale it. Can we rotate it? Center adjust, we can move it up and down. Or left or right. Can we rotate it? My question is, my thought process? No. Center horizontally? No, so they gotta be other meshes too. Oh. Really? We can't just rotate that? Like the mesh itself. Not the spline, but the mesh. Because obviously... Wait. Whoa. That's crazy to me. Who didn't put in the rotation? No, it's like, nah, you don't need to rotate it, you can move it. You can scale it. Don't need to rotate it. Are you serious? There's nothing here. We got forward axis. Is that it? Oh, maybe. Wait, maybe. Yeah, hold up. What a weird... Yeah, okay, yeah. We can see the... Okay. Well, hold up. So that's that. But then, how do I know if I'm doing this correctly? Like with the rotation here? But the thing is, it doesn't really work like that. So this is Z. So it just turns from here to here. So I could just do that. Which is not good enough. I need to go boom, boom. Not just boom, boom. It won't do that. No. You kidding me? The one thing I need here for this to make this like super nice. Why is that not here? There's always something like that, it seems. Is there any way I can do this in a different way? That just means I gotta make more stuff, which is annoying, and would be kind of annoying to then create. But you'll be able to have all your stuff that you can easily adjust in their splines, at least for now, until we figure out that they're actually horrific for optimization, and then we gotta redo all that stuff. We don't gotta redo. Thankfully, we can bake all the splines into a single mesh, take that mesh, splice it, pack it if need to. So, we're still chilling. I'm still, like, the work, even if this is, like, we gotta redo, we figure out 5 maps in. Maybe even 15 maps in. Game's live. Wait, guys. Finally figured it out. This is terrible to use. We gotta redo it. And then we will. Because if it's also the same, if that's gonna be the same thing for the PCG graph, especially if it does get better, or we figure that out, let's just say in that kind of worst case scenario, then we can easily rebuild them, because then it's going to be the PCG. The kind of worst case scenario would then be taking the splines and making them non-splines. That's the worst case scenario here for us to then easily move them around in the maps and stuff. But I think this is a good. Okay, well, I guess another test. I didn't really test it yet, didn't I? So let's put it on, I guess, this one. Oh. Yeah, so maybe I should have tested this sooner. That doesn't look good. Don't know what's up with this. Oh, I see. Wait, why is... I see what it's doing. Yeah, scale. We gotta scale it. Because that's what it's, what does it do? And I guess... Well, then we're gonna have to scale it too? I wonder how that texture is gonna look. Well, it's gonna be scrunched, and then if we unscrunch it, and then it will work. But this is just too squished because of these. Ooh, I don't know about that one, Chief. Look at that. That looks pretty squished to me. And we need a huge, like, middle thing here. It's almost the size of this, but, like, bigger. Why is that doing that? Like, that's a scale here, so that's, like, the scale that would have. Scale to width? If I scale to width, it does... Oh, so it doesn't... Oh, so it doesn't really actually do that. Yeah, so this is just gonna be that, then. It's gonna be a little annoying... Well, I know we could add side stuff. So should we try to do the side stuff, then? But that's just gonna encounter the same problem, wouldn't it? Well, no, not necessarily. So if I take this, copy, paste, bring this in... Why is it so squished? Oh, so it is that squished. Wait. Okay. That probably... Well, that's part of the problem. So we go to modeling. I take the model. I edit. I delete, accept. Pivot point. Probably is going to be important here, so let me make sure that's, like... good enough. Accept. Save. Take this. Landscape mode. Splines. Select. Another mesh. This one is double. Road. So does that add it? How does that do that? I think it, like, legit just adds it. Like, as a road, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Yeah, so no. That doesn't work in the way that I thought it would. So no. Never mind on that. How do I delete this? Alright, whatever. But then the roads don't bend through the stuff. Wait, then what are you supposed to do? Wait, how do you deal with that? How do maps deal with that? Because... yeah, dude, the scaling of the sidewalks is going to be a problem too. It's like, oh, okay, we made sidewalks, so they're going to be straight sidewalks. We make a little hill, they're just going to be straight out, and they're just going to be, like, lift up. But I guess we can make them, so like the external sidewalks, we can make them small enough where they could, yeah, could just get rotated. We can just rotate. Use just a main road and just paste a little one here, paste a little one here, paste a little one here. Paste one here, then maybe paste one up here. So then if we're doing the bend... well, the bend can't be super crazy. So, like, if it's super crazy, then that sidewalk is probably not going to be there and bend that crazy as well. Like, something like this. Like a sharp hill increase. That wouldn't really be a thing. It would be more something like this, which then those segments, if we mainly placed them, theoretically would be fine. But the plane, we want the plane to do what this does here, which is really nice. So we still make the plane and then make the sidewalk separate. Okay. Because thankfully I thought about that because I was going to make the whole thing one piece. But seeing how this doesn't really add up in the way that we would want to, I could try to stretch it, but then that's going to always deform, not in the way that we would want to, seeing just how this is. Maybe I'm wrong though, but it definitely didn't show the way that I wanted it to. Versus kind of just placing it manually, which is interesting. So if we place it manually, then we do get it picture perfect. Of like the One Piece stuff. So currently our decisions, at least with this map, is going to be if we want to do it with One Piece with sidewalks, we're mainly placing them. Do I want to do that? Well, I'm kind of trying to keep the same pipeline, so really no. Because I'm going to like repeat this over and over and over in the other ones, unless I find it better, more optimized, of course. That's with everything. But this would be nice for this One Piece stuff, because then we would do that, but we're not making it in one pieces. So, don't really be that crazy. And the sidewalks are technically be, which is kind of great too, in a funny way, is that the sidewalks are going to be the most, so we just got the road, that's just a plane. The sidewalks are going to be the most unoptimized part of the road, and that will be an impact level actor, instant static mesh all the way through, with the same method that I was going to start with doing the roads in the pack level actor, but no. The sidewalks are going to go in the pack level actor, where I think you probably just get one sidewalk and you just fill out a whole line. And then you get copy and paste, remove some. So like, for example, like, imagine this as the sidewalk thing. So boom, there's a sidewalk, then you can work in the straight line, and this might be one huge piece up until here. Then, or it could be one huge piece total, but it'd probably be better to work it in some pieces. So it'd be like, boom, here, then you make your little corner piece, then probably another single piece, another corner piece, another corner piece. I think each corner piece is going to be its own piece, so then we can easily edit it later. Like, if we want to modify, because if we want to modify this part of the town, then we got to, like, edit the whole thing. Which, I mean, it's not that annoying, but wouldn't it be easier to just pick it up and move it, like, boom, like that? Versus having to go in and modify like that? Like, yeah. Especially if you're a person who didn't originally mess with that and don't know where that piece is. So like you're brought up and you're like, wait, okay, I'm looking on this. Like this is pretty easy. It's like, okay, boom, 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 boom. But we're talking about like Battle Berlin, and it's all of those, and then you're looking at that like, okay, which sector is it? This. So that's gonna be really annoying for those things. This not so much. It's not so much urban, and this probably shouldn't even be a double road now that I think about it. But it's a really experimental map. It's kind of helping me like figure, it's practice grounds, so it's gonna be a double road. Because we figured out the single road technique. Now we're doing we've figured out the path technique so far, which could be a road, but I like how this looks more on top than this. Even though it could look also great over there too. Just something about the difference, at least so far, I really do enjoy. So this is like a double road over here. Yeah. So, consensus? We're sticking with the splines. But here, let me go. Landscape. I think I might just be able to, like, select that whole actor and delete, but I think it's better to select all the segments and delete. No, the control points. Control A, boom. 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 Control points. Boom. I guess we can keep the testing stuff here for now. Let's Control-Shift-S. Should I try to restart the project? Probably because of this little thing. Plus, Tings have to use that road too, through the town, or did. That's true. That is true. For the vehicle depot over here. Heck yeah. Alright, and then so this is just another dirt road over here. Alright, so then if I'm going to do that, how am I going to be doing the road? So the road, funny enough, I'm just going to make a plane, and then I just got to texture it. Because that's the difference there, interestingly. Because with the planes, especially if you be doing them in pieces, like the actual, like, whole pieces, is that you got to make sure that texture lines up on the other road. Like, you got that, like, yellow lines in the middle of the road. If you didn't line up your texture right, and you got your line not looking good, and it's on, like, the edge, it won't sync up. So we got to make sure that is good for the texture. And same thing for the sidewalks. Sidewalks gotta have the same thing because we don't want to... We want to see some, I guess, repeatedness, but not too much. And also, I guess we could make multiple sidewalks. I think H&G did. I don't know. I don't think they technically did. Because I always thought these were sidewalks, but they're not. They're actually part of the building. Because I'm thinking, like, okay, like, I think this would be like maybe one version, another version, so we can make it where there's some areas are darker, some areas are lighter. Maybe. But then also we gotta be careful because we can't make it fully look like H&G because then it looks like H&G, but H&G took from real life, so we gotta make it look like real life. Yes. Okay, so we'll do that. Save image. Control-Shift-S. Continue. 9th. Yeah, let's start it. I guess, right? Yeah. And for the bridge, I think I'll just make via the right. Oh, what is this project? Boom. This is the one with the dirt road. Look how different it looks in Blender. That's the one that we use right now. I wish it kind of had this more, a little bit of this look, but it's okay. So that's something we got to keep in mind. But we do get reference of this size of the road, so then we can have this be doubled. Which, is not that much. It's only, like, a little bit of a scale increase on both sides. Yeah, also the memory is low again, so I don't know what I did last time. Oh, I opened... Yo, Unreal Engine's memory thing sucks. You know what I did? I opened the texture thing for the LUTs. So that whole project session, that means that whole project session, near 500 megabytes, it was 400, was still loaded of those icons in there. Which makes sense, because imagine if you had to go and reload that each time. So that's why they do it. So you can easily go back in and it's all still loaded. But it's funny because it made me think I was using more in my project, but no, I'm not. It was just... That was a texture streaming budget going over due to the images that it was being loaded within the project. Keep that in mind. But let's get another plane. Are they dead center? I guess we'll see. Actually, hold on. Let me do this. Oh, that's right. I wanted to try out the other project too. That'd be pretty cool. Let me BRB real quick.
This is life where excellence is birthed. From the strife and the specialists will learn from the elemental urge. Water, fire, metal, wind, and earth, electrical surge. Lost in the maze like forgettable minotaur. Like peasants asking for dead presidents in a liquor store. Trying to get rich, the poor never been in accord with the messages that been sent in the winter storms. During hard times is when the lessons are hitting pure. Transcend the pain to get celestial intercourse. 7 seconds, not a minute more. In the mental I'm a battle, one general in the war. One of several veterans with metal to flick with sword to enter the seventh heaven. Emperors in a court, a legend being served. Temple with the Lord and the weapon that was tempered with blood of West in his war. Presented with this weapon, your excellence has been forged. And can metamorph to incredible killer form. Secondary use is a replica with the force that jumpstarts the brain like chemicals kids will snort. Vegetables hit the fork, this food god is blessed. Digest with the torque, a pork is small intestine. Delicatessen, for all intents and purposes. This verse is just a method to etch just gets the turbulence. Now let's figure out what's eating Gilbert Grape. The stress on the shoulders is severely overweight. I clearly cultivate these crimes for creativity. I'm curious a lot, it flocks to my abilities. I'm seriously not a stock in your facilities. A myriad of thoughts I got instead of living free. But hold up, what? Everything is changing. Synapses in my brain connections are rearranging. Oh my god. Arrived to the ghost town just to roll through. We gon' use the pebbles you threw at us for the stone soup. El Pollo Loco, and I'm killing it in Sudoku. A blood sacrifice on the altar, requests a kotal. The quiet animist, I studies the Mayan calendar. Divine challenger, who's ready for mind analysis. I'm riding mammoths, taming and saving saber tooths. So not afraid of you, so just saving the mango juice. Tomatoes too, go for broke on the provolone. The lonely crow, lowest row on the totem pole. My social class is this boulder dash. I caught a swordfish in the stream, but yo, I had to throw it back. This is a load of crap. Do I get my phone call? Everyone freeze. There's a cockroach in the coleslaw. Overall, my protocol's overridden. Broke the wall, chopped in Tokugawa division. Yeah. With words and sentences, I am the perfect specimen. You heard the legend, this is the merge with the exoskeleton. Connect to several mainframes and take aim. Bang, bang, pop goes the weasel and the orangutan. Bang and rang, it's Rufio in the studio. Until the girl with beautiful hair wants to play musical chairs. And my cubicle's air is getting worse and worse. So I'm hungry as hell, I can't reverse this thirst. Too much salt and not enough agua. Do what you gotta do when you Google Gaga. Hakuna Matata, guess I see you tomorrow. When my thoughts stop invading and I beat the armada. Methodical, reaching the model. Boggled will be off to extract those deep thoughts I keep in a bottle. We lost in the never-ending sea as we throttle and speed off through the deep blue green with Aristotle. Well, hold up, I'ma say this. Shogun on the dead, script encoded operation, strategic. With an Okinawan basis, an open conversation with Shinobi, god of ancients. A hobby mission to go beyond the matrix. This godly sickness, I hope it's not contagious. It probably isn't, and I know it's not created, but I'm dropping wisdom Obi-Wan Kenobi on a spaceship. Got the spells ready if the lowlies wanna shapeshift. Try to breach the cipher with an oaken one of snakeskin. Spitting cobras, yo, my golden palm will take 'em. Otis throw the ball, my Pokemon will ghost them all courageous. Nerdy and militants, the dopest combination. Words to be intricate, there's oceans all but basic. Verbally